Hi everyone, Laura Diehl here. Last week was kind of on the long side. This week I'm probably gonna make a really short one here. The thing I want to talk about today is for those of you who are still asking why. Why did this happen to my child? Why did this happen to me? Why, God, why? And the thing is, we're probably not going to get answers, those kinds of answers, this side of eternity. It's just not going to happen. There are questions that just there's no answer for us. And even if God did tell me why he allowed my daughter to die, here on earth in the natural, I don't know if it would be a good enough reason anyway. Kind of like a 4-year-old asking why, not because they want to know, but because they want to argue, or a teenager who wants to argue with mom and dad about their why. And I feel like I would be the same way, and it might be the case for you too. There's just not a good enough reason. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be good enough to our minds here on earth. And so, what I encourage people to do is stop asking why and start asking how. How, God, how are you going to get me through this? How am I going to survive? How am I going to live again? How are you going to be at work in my life? I just can't see it right now, God. And just hold on to that and let how become your question instead of why. I have a poem I want to read to you. It's called The Weaving, and it's anonymous. I don't know who wrote it, and when I've looked, I haven't been able to find the author, but I'm going to read it to you. It says, "My life is but a weaving between my God and me. I do not choose the colors. He worketh steadily. Oft times he weaveth sorrow, and I, in foolish pride, forget he sees the upper, and I the under side. Not till the loom is silent, and shuttles cease to fly, will God unroll the canvas and explain the reason why. The dark threads are as needful in the skillful weaver's hand as threads of gold and silver in the pattern he has planned." Isn't that beautiful? And I do think about how um, we don't know why, and we don't understand. But just like as a parent, we can see the big picture that our children cannot see. God can see the big picture that we also cannot see here on this earth. Um, every Going to kind of turn a corner here. Every the last weekend of every month, I have been doing a Facebook Live communion with anyone who wants to join me. This is for bereaved parents, grandparents, or siblings. And it is a time for us to just come together as those who have our hope in eternity, in the price that Jesus paid for us because he lives. We live, and there's an eternity, and we will be united with our children again forever. And so it's just a beautiful time, a beautiful thing to be able to take communion together and remind ourselves of the hope we have, and just be there for each other, as those who understand the depth of the grief and the depth of the pain and the loss within each other. So this is coming up October 30th. This is 2016. It's a Sunday at 5:30. If you want to join us live for that, it will be on our Facebook page. So just go to Facebook and then type in GPS Hope, and you'll find us there. Central Time. I don't know if I said that. Sunday, October 30th, 5:30 Central Time. Like I said, I do it the last weekend of every month, and it's always a different day, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because I know, number one, my schedule is all over the place, and I know if I did it consistently, there might be people who miss it all the time. So I just kind of vary it. So that's when it is coming up. So please join us. And if you can't join us this time, then go ahead and go to our Facebook page and like it, set it to get notifications, and then you'll find out about the next one that we have in November and December and following. With that, I want to give you our word of hope for the day. Remember, I always do this, we are here to be a light of hope in your place of darkness.